Yo, long time no see, stranger. Play Metal Gear Solid. Goal today, just replay as long as I can. That could be 30 minutes, it could be 5 hours. I don't know. So, we're gonna get on and play. I haven't played this in a while.
Boss, there's no doubt about it. Cypher's working on something in Central Africa. There's evidence they've been in contact with private forces operating in the region. We follow that evidence. We should learn what Cypher is after. Diamond Dogs has gotten a lot bigger. Now's the time to take the offensive. Head back to the ACC for your next mission.
Don't hear her. She hasn't tried anything funny, but that's what bothers me most. In particular, what does she have to gain by coming to Mother Base? I first thought she was under orders from Cypher to take you out.
That's good.
She didn't manage it in Afghanistan, so round 2 happens here. So I lighten the guard. And that lock on her door is a joke. You gave her an opening. And? Well, she hasn't killed you yet. And I hate to say it, but she's had plenty of chances. You made me the bait. Poisonous bait. What better? Anyway, she didn't bite. Quiet is keeping her silence. So I'm left with no idea again what she's doing here. We tried communicating with her through writing. That didn't work either. Whether she's illiterate, dyslexic, or just plain stubborn, she won't cooperate. I just don't get it. If she tried to contact the outside, it'd be picked up by our counterintelligence net.
Roger.
But it's clear. There's no sign she's had contact with the staff. Base facilities, nothing. She's almost got the men wanting her to try something, just to find out what she's up to. And she's in there putting on the failed soldier look, all downcast eyes and defeated sighs. But she doesn't kill herself. She can't be trying to leave Cypher and surrender to us. So what's the verdict? This may sound optimistic, but here's how I see it. Quiet came here to fulfill some objective. To kill you, maybe to destroy Diamond Dogs. Whatever it was, before she could do it, something changed her mind. Yes. When I look at her, I sense hesitation. You think she'd betray Cypher? Can't say for sure. I prefer the ones that talk. Anyway, we'll keep her under watch. And we're also looking into those special abilities of hers. You'll be the first to know if something comes up. Why not look in on her yourself once in a while? Right.
Yeah, sure, I don't listen to his consultation. Go through, getting a little backstory, getting a little exposition, I guess, into what's really going on. So, yeah.
Boss, I've been meaning to tell you something. Our old friend Zero hasn't been seen in public since you left the States. That was over 10 years ago now. You suspected he was responsible for the accident at your base in the Caribbean. But at that point, Zero was already bedridden. So it never felt right to me that Zero gave the order. Now that I've seen the man Emmerich was working for, I'm sure he didn't. I know that man. He was our old friend's XO. A man without a face. Not one you want to look at anyway. Skullface. He's the one who destroyed your base 9 years ago.
Straight
He
R&D.
commands XOF with Cypher's strike force, but he sent
Straight
from
R&D.
Zero and used XOF to usurp control over Cypher itself. In other words, the Cypher we're hunting isn't Zero. Beyond Zero is a void that's even darker. Skullface.
Yeah, I keep these R&D boys. But I'm seeing that other things got make it downgraded or upgraded? I don't really know. Let's send these boys out on combat. Okay, let's go for, let's actually do medicine. Alright. Send out, get some medical guys. Coolly. Let's go to development here. We finally got the new pistol upgrade, which is more ammo, which I'll take that. 18 minutes. How can I speed things up with my haven't got that yet. I need 15 medical teams, so we're still gonna look out for that. Sonar, the intel for that. Faster prone. Yeah, I'll take that. One thing I'm thinking about is how do I use how do I use my what's going on here? We should also go to base facilities. And let's get a base development platform. Keep on building. Let's see, how do I use my Okay, so there's no thing, but so what's the deal with the credits then? What's the point of those? Because it seems to me I can't speed anything up, but maybe that's just, maybe I just don't know how to do it. We don't have 4,000 compatibility. Send some more on there. Oh, 30. It's saying 30 volunteers. I'm about to get 30 volunteers. Hold on, finish now. What am I doing? Okay. Whoa. Medical team leveled down. Why did they level down? I don't get that. Oh, people died? Oh, people died. I see. Well, real quick, let's go to Mother Base. Oh shit, I should have dropped that Quiet's place, right? Now let's level it back up, and damn, people died. I guess 40% predicted losses. Damn. I don't want people to die though. So we always need to be on the hunt for good combat units. Matter of fact, I should have did a deployment mission, or now I know to do a deployment mission for combat types. Yeah, now I know to do that. Cause they drop like flies apparently, you know. Okay, cutscenes happening, I think. Yeah, cutscenes happening. No, it's not, is it? Nope. It's not. There we go. Coolly. Yeah, our medical team is filled with A players. Let me see, actually, I got just like menu to see that. Yeah, 40 out of 40, 40 out of 40. Uh-huh. Coolly. Yeah.
Welcome back, boss. Boss! Thanks.
Wake up.
Thanks for that, boss.
This is going to take this to the next level with the sleeping
Thanks
sniper.
for that, boss.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks for that, boss.
You're welcome. If you'll load up. Okay. You know what I want? I want this. Nice. Sleeping. Tranquilize around. Next thing I want to look into is interesting. Sleep grenades. This. So I just don't have the proper levels. Alright. Let me also look at base facilities. Because I also want to really increase all of this, but I need to increase. What was the thing I need to increase? Everything, really. Field resources, common metal. I really need everything. Speaking of which, let's go back to development. Because at the is here. Yeah. Cargo. Containers. I need the support unit. And I need transportation specialists. Thought I had one. I guess not. It's combat deployment. GMP, Jesus. We could actually maybe do that. These are really good guys here. I'm getting recon and I need base development. I need to find a person. Can I see what his thing is? Because apparently I don't have any. Apparently I don't have any base development. Transportation specialist. Let's roll.
Boss, dispatch me on my next mission.
Roger.
Weather surveillance indicates turbulence out there. Try not to get knocked out of the sky.
Got it.
What's going on? Oh, quiet. Cool.
Quiet? Where does she think she's going?
You want to head out with the boss?
That'll be the day.
I don't see a problem with it, so long as she's with you. She's a crack shot, damn fine scout. Well suited for a clandestine op. Which is more than I can say for the others.
There's nothing damn fine about this... thing.
Okay, I slide with flex.
Here.
Hey,
Blades.
Wait, why are you showing the blades? We need the blades.
wait a minute, that thing costs a lot of money.
Okay.
She can see each individual blade. And her depth perception.
Want in? This is ridiculous. She doesn't talk. How could you possibly stay in communication?
She'll figure it out.
Right. I like working solo anyway.
Bro, what the fuck? Nigga, she teleport. I'm pretty sure she can fucking teleport, you know, but okay. Alright. Okay.
Like your horse, you can give commands to D-Dog as well. He'll normally follow you around. You can also make him wait somewhere or lure an enemy by barking at him. Or you can sick him on the enemy to slow him down.
What was I gonna do?
Develop new gear just for him. I'm sure he'll be capable of even more damage.
Oh, we don't have a base development platform. That's what's going on. This is here. Right, okay. Still like Snake. Alright, you all good? D-Dog. It costs 8,000 GMP to deploy a loadout, so if I'm broke, it's 111. Cool, dark. Oh, it's becoming 1843. I'm not too. Oh, well, that's military time. Seems like that's soon to nighttime. Let's get these cassettes going.
Boss, Dwight still hasn't made any moves. It's got me thinking. What? If you took her on a mission, she might break her silence. You want to let her out? Sure. Make her no different to the others. Everyone you pick up works for themselves, right? But her, I say work with her and see what happens. I wouldn't ask this of anyone but you. On missions, I'll make sure we have someone observing from a distance, and she won't be allowed access to all of the base. As for Miller, well, sometimes it's better to ask forgiveness than permission. The best part is, hiding is her specialty. If no one sees her leave the base, the staff will be none the wiser. And if she gets away? If that happens, you'll have to take care of her. But I have faith in you, boss. I think Quiet sees something new. It's a big risk. But it's for the good of all of us. And besides, you can't deny her talent. Her unique skills and abilities would give you a hell of an edge out there. I'll think it over.
I wish it would just play. I know if it's in the same.
How long are we gonna keep that woman here?
You mean Quiet?
My personal feelings aside, she's putting everybody on edge. You should hear the stories. I got sick from just standing guard at her cell. I won't stand on the same platform as that witch. She hit me for no reason.
What is this, a private army or a kindergarten?
The thing is, they're all serious.
You know what's funny about
They're
private
faced with something they
armies?
don't understand, and a kind of mass
You can actually
hysteria has
have
broken
a
out.
private. It's legal
I've got
to
the
have
wind
a
of countless
private
plots
army.
to take her out.
There are no grounds for this suspicion whatsoever. Put yourself in her shoes, assuming they see her as a prisoner here. No, even more so, if they do, she deserves to be treated humanely. I always thought our men were a bit more noble-minded, but Look, I understand this is a stressful line of work, but to make her the scapegoat?
You've got it wrong. Quiet? She's with Cypher. We have men that lost their buddies to our organization.
You could say that about more than just her. Plenty of the men used to fight for another side, but they've all put that aside to work for the boss.
Cypher is different. And if you ask me, the boss is the biggest problem. Why is he protecting her? Some of the guys are starting to suspect him of... I don't agree with keeping her here either.
So what's your move? Throw her out? Kill her?
Suspect me, that's interesting.
She's our ticket to Cypher. And her physical abilities are outstanding. We could use someone like her.
Don't make
Real
me
quick,
sick.
Her marksmanship, speed, stealth capabilities for a start. Then, there are the other things we've learned. Quiet appears to be able to use both eyes as master eyes simultaneously. That lets her track targets of different focal lengths at once. While looking through the scope with one eye, she can look for new targets with the other. That's why she doesn't need a spotter. She can operate alone, no matter the circumstances.
See, I told you she's a freak. No one would be able to control her.
No, there's one person who could.
Hey, you trying to get the boss killed?
Well, why don't we talk to him? See if he's willing to take her along.
I don't like this.
It's his decision to make. The two of them might even make a good team.
We gotta figure out what the blueprints are.
Talk. Where are your friends?
Is he any good? Not really, no. I like D-Dog because he kind of... I like D-Dog because he spots enemies. D-Horse is cool, but he doesn't spot enemies like D-Dog. I think D-Dog's a better option in terms of mobility. I will go D-Horse because I can't ride D-Dog. But purely only because of mobility. You know, because the truck is so loud and if they see you on the truck, you can't really hide on that, you know. Oh, you know what? Let's try this new sniper. I don't think I need to use it though. Actually, I could have used it. It's been pretty effective. How could I have done that better? Just stay there and I got up before I got at him. Let's do the... Oh, nobody inside. Got the blueprints. We good. Check it out. He's not good. Okay, the next mission. Damn, that's pretty far away. It is technically the closest though. Again. I can't believe we're on the road again. On the road again. I can't believe we're on the road. On the road again. I can't believe we're on the road. On the road. On the road. I can't believe on the road again. I can't believe we're on the road. On the road, on the road again. I can't believe we're on the road. On the road again. I can't believe it. On the road again. I can't believe it. In the right way. Yep. Oh, you know what? Also, let me listen to some cassette. Listen to some tapes here.
It wasn't just Cypher. Back in the Caribbean, every eye in the world was turned on us. A private army, just a bunch of guys with guns, in possession of a nuke. Why wouldn't they be uncomfortable?
And that's why you made sure the inspection happened.
Well, I thought our best move was to prove to the UN through the IAEA that we had no nuke. Of course, I was against us having it in the first place, but that was Snake's decision. The boss wasn't responsible. Well, don't get me wrong, I still believed in Snake. I thought I was making the best decision for all of us, that's all. I figured we should get a third party to exonerate us before proof of the nuke did get out. And who better to do that than an organization with international authority?
So the truth is, you took it upon yourself to agree to an inspection arranged by the UN. Only the inspection was a ruse, and Cypher's strike force, XOF, showed up instead.
I had no idea that would happen.
Enough bullshit!
Oh, sure, like I could have known. You know, I was just trying to prove our innocence to the world. What's wrong with that?
We're not interested in the excuses you thought up. The truth is objective.
Just see it from my point of view.
You led XOF to the control tower. They seized it, giving them complete control over the base.
Nothing.
Moments later, they detonated C4 on the strut legs. Anyone who'd managed to survive was hunted down by the assault force and their choppers.
You can't believe I did that on purpose.
That was the end of Mother Base. But it wasn't the end for you.
How can you... Look, think about it. I lost something too. I built Zeke and it got buried underwater. I am a victim.
That raises the big questions. Why were you the only one spared? You got away without a scratch. Why did Strangelove leave the base on the eve of the inspection? You two were close.
Strangelove?
And how did you manage to build something that surpasses Zeke in every way? Because you did everything they told you. You're the only one who didn't lose a thing. That is the truth.
I was taken away against my will. Skullface forced me to do his research these past 9 years. He used me. I lost 9 years.
9 years? We all lost 9 years. It wasn't just you.
I suppose blaming me makes you feel better, does it? But who's gonna give me back all the time I lost?
You're not getting anything back. You're not a victim here, Emmerich. You're the perpetrator.
I don't have a sound.
I didn't know anything.
Nobody can back that up. Yeah, all the evidence is at the bottom of the ocean. You know the hardest man to break. The type who's fooling himself. That takes time. It's easier to live a convenient lie than a painful truth. Is that the piece you've chosen, Doc?
I'm not lying.
Of course. Just let me check one or two things. On that day, you were in the control tower with them. Lucky you. That's how you got out unscathed. And you escaped on one of their choppers. Only you,
kind of
right before the base went under.
They had me blindfolded the whole time. I've never been so scared. The whole flight, I thought they'd kill me. But thinking of you kept me going. My comrades, all the way.
And?
There was a plane journey, and then we traveled by road. When they finally took off the blindfold, I was in kind of a warehouse.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Afghanistan. It was that research lab. I couldn't believe they'd taken me halfway around the world. And soon enough, he came.
Skullface.
He's the one who's really behind that Mother Base attack.
You gotta extract him.
Into that research.
What kind of
don't
research?
interrupt again.
He told me to build a bipedal
Set it,
walking
please.
tank for the Soviet Union. Like Peace Walker. A system that could fire an ICBM-class nuclear weapon. That's how the Sahelanthropus project got started.
Sahelanthropus.
Those AI weapons I'd made in Costa Rica were like toys by comparison. A whole world apart from reptilian four-legged crawling and that ridiculous hunched-over bipedal waddling. My design evolved to the dawn of mankind. Sahelanthropus, the first steps towards humanity. An upright bipedal weapon system. Originally, Sahelanthropus was going to be a manned weapons platform. I designed a cockpit in its head, and I planned to fill it with water as a buffering agent.
Like how Paz modified Zeke for human control.
Don't compare me to some amateur. I designed it for human control from the beginning. The problem was miniaturizing the posture control AI. You remember the reptile pod? The AI that controlled your unmanned weapons. Attaching it externally makes it vulnerable, so this time I wanted it beneath the armor. Meaning I had to make the AI smaller. I got it down to less than 1/10 the size without any loss in computation speed. But it was still too big for the cockpit. There wasn't enough room for the pilot. If I made the head bigger, its body would have to be bigger to support it. It's too big to be practical. In the end, human piloting was taken off the table. I tested a remote control system too, but there was the time lag and I wasn't satisfied with its precision either. Plus, it would be useless if the enemy jammed it. So next, I went back to trying an AI-only system. To do that, I had the AI pods recovered from Nicaragua.
You're still talking.
This was a hybrid AI, a combination of Peace Walker's reptile and mammal pods.
Yeah,
The only
never
AIs that
get
had ever successfully operated an unmanned nuclear weapon system.
Really? You'd need some help to get that working. Expert help. Did you work with someone?
I worked alone.
You did that yourself?
That's the thing. The AI didn't pan out in the end either. But I did finally get Sahelanthropus walking by folding over its upper body to lower its center of gravity. The first upright bipedal locomotive weapon system in the history of mankind. I guess technically it falls into the anthropoid ape category.
I don't see the benefit of having it stand taller.
On terrain with significant differences in elevation like Afghanistan, you need a body that's vertically adaptable. That also lets it attack from long range while using mountain ridges for cover. So, making it walk upright was the most important factor in giving it superior height capability. As the name suggests, that was the whole point of Sahelanthropus. But I was being pushed for results. Having the AI mounted externally would have been the fastest way to get it working. I just needed more data so it could maintain its balance. But Skullface refused to wait. He dismissed the idea of AI control and took Sahelanthropus away from me before I could finish it.
But it was walking when it came after you.
That's just it. I don't understand how Skullface got it to move upright. Without a pilot or an AI. And walking at that speed, too. It's beyond anything I could have imagined. This is like the Wright brothers making it to the moon. I'm just as clueless as you are.
So this Sahelanthropus, where is it now?
I have no idea. All my experiments took place at that cave. I've never seen it anywhere else. Besides, it's still just an incomplete prototype at this point, and nothing but a paper tiger. Even if it can walk, it's far from being a viable weapons platform. It wouldn't be useful in actual battle.
Emmerich will remain here at Mother Base for now, but not as a member of Diamond Dogs. I still don't trust him. That work for you? Fine by me. Can't be allowed any contact with staff either. Yeah. Would love some payback for 9 years ago. We still need him alive. But we have to restrict his movements. He can only go where we tell him. And of course, the interrogations will continue. He worked for that skull bastard for nearly a decade. He still has more to tell us. How long are we gonna press him? If our investigation shows he really had nothing to do with the attack, we'll reconsider his place here. But I don't expect that to happen. Remember that water tank-shaped object in Emmerich's lab in the Soviet base camp? The thing that started talking to you like a possessed answering machine. That was a pod built for housing the AI used to control unmanned weapons. You remember, back in '74 in Costa Rica. It was in those machines you fought there. They were designated Pupa, Chrysalis, Cocoon, and Basilisk. And each of them was fitted with an AI unit called a reptile pod. Emmerich created it. It mainly handled the machine's posture control and autonomous behavior. But the Basilisk, aka Peace Walker, also featured a second AI pod. That one was called the Mammal Pod.
and it was created by Dr. Strangelove. She tried to recreate the boss's personality through the mammal pod, but you pulled out its memory boards. That's when it transferred its own functions to its reptile pod. Just like a human brain compensating for damage by using the remaining healthy parts. The result was a unique entity, a hybrid of the reptile and the mammal. It sank to the bottom of Lake Nicaragua with Peace Walker. But apparently they salvaged it and transported it to that lab. Don't let it deceive you, Snake. It may sound like the boss, but it has neither a personality nor a will. Like Emmerich says, it's just a machine.
Can't shoot that far. He's moving to me. Oh. Pretty good.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Speaking of which, let's go to the set tapes. Alright, let's go to the set tapes. Listen, Africa today, what's going on in Africa?
Ever since the attack on your unit 9 years ago, the name Big Boss has become known the world over. What do you mean? Those of your men who survived traveled far and wide.
They fought throughout the world. They spread
in fact, that's part of
mythology.
the reason we have all these PFs now. Every one of them suffered their own phantom pain from losing you. Talking about you wherever they went helped to heal their wounds. Your actions and words, your legend, has been told on every battlefield they've set.
That's why I can't get to sleep.
Obviously, as the tales have spread, the truth's been distorted, painted over.
Exactly.
Big Boss sacrificed himself to show us the threat that Cypher poses. He sounded a warning, so it goes. A warning?
The mythology
Too much
is
power
spread
destroys the hands that hold it. Apparently, you chose to be a living example of that.
I never said any of that.
The moment any truth is passed on, it starts turning into fiction. The problem is, fiction inspires people more than facts.
Facts.
In the world, you're now the legendary mercenary Big Boss. The lessons you've taught the PFs are the reason they're so widespread. They're the reason they've survived. And you know what they all aspire to? To one day go nuclear, just like you did. And stand up to Cypher. Of all the stupid things you could do, they'll never understand what you really wanted. Heroes are misunderstood. It takes a man of the same caliber to understand what drives them.
Yeah.
These guys want to be like their hero, Big Boss.
Yeah.
Deep down, they all have their eyes on their limits.
Yeah.
Nuke is the only means of standing against Cypher. But these days, it's becoming little more than a slogan to rally the troops and survive in a cutthroat business. Currently,
Heroes
there
are
are 3 major PFs
misunderstood.
who've expanded in
Only
Central
men of
Africa.
the same caliber can
CFA,
understand
Rogue Coyote, and Zero Risk Security.
That's real.
HEC's investigations have shown there's almost no overlap between their areas of operation. It's not so much a turf war, more like they have a gentleman's agreement. If you do cross paths with them, you probably won't have to face more than one at a time. Still, don't expect a walk in the park. The CFA, Contract Forces of Africa. These guys are a major player. Their head office is in Pretoria, South Africa. That's also where the South African Defense Force is headquartered. We think the two are closely connected. An HEC investigation revealed that most of the CFA's operators are former SADF soldiers. South Africa has been locked in struggles with neighboring regimes for years. That means constant action. And we know better than anyone that's the best kind of training. A company drawing its recruits from hardened military vets. You can bet they know how to handle themselves. Do not underestimate them. Within the CFA is a company of soldiers made up mainly of locally hired operators. They speak Afrikaans to communicate with personnel from the CFA. But if you notice any speaking the local language, that's them.
Okay, what am I
Though
doing?
hired from the local population, they were originally part of a paramilitary group, so they'll have plenty of combat experience. And unlike their days shooting junkyard rifles out of beat-up pickup trucks, the CFA now supplies them with the latest gear from the West. On top of that, they've been combat trained by the South African Army. All that adds up to a much stronger fighting force.
He's a
So don't
beast.
brush them off.
Are they all a beast?
Look at the Angola-Zaire border region. The East bank of the Munene River in particular. It's a microcosm of a problem that stretches all across Africa. There's a civil war going on in Angola, fought between the government MPLA and the Western-backed UNITA.
Make sure I get
Zaire is still a
everybody I
dictatorship
can.
under President Mobutu, but numerous uprisings have broken out in its remote regions. With all the trouble elsewhere keeping their hands full, neither government has control over their side of the border. They depend on militias and PFs, as do the rebels. Government forces, guerrillas, militants, groups of all shapes and sizes hawk whatever resources they can to hire PFs. Conflict brings PFs. PFs expand the war zone, and more conflicts erupt in a continuous chain reaction. Sounds like our kind of work. Mother Base could grow by leaps and bounds.
I was saying this first time we get the top guy, find out where all the prisoners are, extract them, go over there and extract them. The rest I don't really care about. So here's so many A players now, and we have the potential to get so many A players. I don't know what the best B players are out here. I don't care for them. Too late there, thank you D-Dog. She walking over here. He's on a sniper shot. What if I even have to check him out?
Hold him off!
Hold him steady.
Go get him.
Jesus, that's
You gotta extract him.
diamonds. I'm gonna wake him up because I need to know where she is.
Speak. Where are your friends?
Come back to sleep. That's the guy I want. Put his ass to sleep. Patrols change during the day. Oh shit. He can be doing this shit. Oh. Found another one, huh?
Spit it out. Where are your friends?
Alright, what I'm gonna do is set him up. Find a spot to chill. I wanna go there.
Subject on board.
So let's
Leave
make
the
it
rest to us.
Snipe him from above. Bad snipe, bad quiet. She was sniping him for me. But I don't have quiet, so I gotta just do what I do. Okay, I'm going in here. I don't know what's in here. Do like to be careful. I don't think there's anybody here, but it would be too safe, right? And just diamonds all over the place. Where?
Spit it out. Where are the others?
That's okay, actually. I was gonna take him out, but that's okay. You're not special. You need to go to sleep, though, so go to bed. Alright, 2 prisoners. Here's the plan. Come on, dude.
Snake, are you okay? Snake!
He's doing so fucking good. I was doing so fucking good, dude. That's yes, I got to do all this again. Okay. Alright.
Where are your friends?
You're gonna go to sleep shortly. That's interesting. Guys, don't technically could have done this.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Go to sleep soon. As soon as you go to sleep, we're good. Yep.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Funny enough, I don't know. Yep. safer way down there. Let's see if he goes. There's 2 prisons back there. I like how they can spot prisoners too. That's really cool. See, if I had a sleeping grenade, just toss that down there, all 3's knock the fuck out. I gotta do shit. I know that this will kill me though. That I do know. So, what we'll do is something like this. Come out. Sooner or later. Not conscious yet. There we go. God, I don't know what's this one. Got that bullet.
Повышенная боевая готовность. Конец связи. КП-104. Сельма. Позиция стрелка неизвестна. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Всем подразделениям. Быть начеку. Конец связи.
Subject is in.
Good.
Какой-то Дмитрий есть! У нас проблемы! Усиливаем охрану! Прием! Это КП, понял. Смотрите в оба. Конец связи.
Oh, I forgot about the dying. Oh well. That's some more right there.
КП-110. Тут происходит автострада. Что указали? Прием! Это КП, понял. Усилить безопасность. Повышенная боевая готовность. Конец связи. Конец связи. Всем боевым группам, это КП. Всем боевым единицам приготовиться к бою. Зона 1, это КП. Открыть подавляющий минометный огонь по цели. Прием. Это Зона 1, он понял. Подготовка к минометному
stuff, bro. This. I know you saw that. A plus plus plus. She a beast, look at her. I set the mother base here. Anything we can build. Mobility, I got it. Sonar, I want it. Intel 22, that's transportation specialist, we still need that. Let's go back to mother base. She was at the medical base. Oh, but she's not in. She's not in prison no more, is she? No. So we'll go to the Central Command. Yup. Right,
no, Dee-Dee, stop.
Dee-Dee was in the helicopter with me. Hey, Dee-Dee.
Sorry. Been away a while, huh? Don't be such a stranger. Such a bad example for the men.
Dude, I came back. This is my third time coming back today.
You get swollen too. Diddy, come.
Okay. Next time we come on, we will do all of these. We'll come back. You know, try to practice. See you guys on the next one. Later. I can't hit that far. There we go. Alright. This is sign up. Later.